This is it. 1 hour and 40 minutes remain. Four-way war for the LMP2 title. Two drivers in a duel for the GT3 title. Every driver with one thought in mind. And that one thought is win at Road Atlanta.
Yep, we're on. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been incredible 8 rounds in the EDRS Championship, but it all comes down to this 1 hour and 40 minutes of exciting race ahead of us here in the Petit Le Mans round of the Road Atlanta Grand Prix. And the commentary booth tonight is going to be A350 fan and Boss as our broadcaster. And what a way to end the season it is for drivers battling out for the championship of the LMP2 category and 2 drivers battling out for the GT3 championship. And all of it is going to happen, all of that's going to be decided in a matter of 1 hour and 40 minutes. As of right now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, all the drivers are in their pit boxes, and soon we're about to start. That's going to be the most exciting, stressful, and maybe even, I don't know, the best race of the season. So let's get a rundown of the grids that's gonna be presented in front of us for the race. As for the LMP2 category, today we will have David, one of the championship contenders, standing on pole position, followed by Kat. It's going to take the second place. In third, we've got Chizo, followed by Remy. We will have Zauer, Godley in sixth. And to end the LMP2 category, and starting the GT3 category, we've got Max in a Lamborghini starting on pole position, followed by Fire in second. Vanix, one of the championship contenders in the GTD category, starting in third, followed by Smiley in fourth, France in fifth, G-Star in sixth, seventh is How Did You, eighth is Kanki. However, he got disqualified, so he's going to start last on the grid. Jaeger is going to start ahead of him, followed by Yolon, FNF, Razor, and Aronamu, and of course Kanki closing the grid, the GT3 category, and no overall pack. As we are still waiting for the green flag to come out and start the formation lap for the 1 hour and 40 minutes of the Le Mans Petit Grand Prix here in America. Let's just have a rundown on conditions for the championship. Like I said, 4 drivers in LMP2 in the contention to winning the world title. 2 drivers in the contention of winning the GTD world title. Let's go start with GT3, as we've got 2 guys bowling out, being Jaeger and Van. Van, like I said, is going to start from second place, while his championship rival only 8th. So he already has that advantage heading to the start of the race. But if Van wants to win the title, he must finish ahead of Jaeger overall, and Jaeger has to do the same with Van. And with LMP2 category. Now here is a tricky part. Again, 4 people are battling out for the title. Here is whoever gets the best result, I think, is going to get the title. So it's going, like I said, it's going to be one of the most exciting races in the season, this 8-round season. And in just a couple of months' time, again, like I said, we're about to start the formation lap. As you can see in your view, here is David, the man who is on pole position for the LMP2 category, followed by Kat in second place. Again, David, he's one of the drivers that is in the contention for the championship. If he gets the win tonight and conditions are good, he can call himself the champion of the world. As you can see, here is Kat as well. And here is someone who we haven't seen a bit. That's Chesko in third position. Chesko. Then, of course, we've got Remy, Goldie Racer up in this purple LMP2 Dragon style car, followed by Hydra, some of those titles as well. Contenders for the championship. And now starting the GT3 category pack, we've got Fire, followed by Psycho in second place. And here is Smiley in fourth. Then we've got the rookie, shall we say, France. And we've got G-Start. We've got the Chevrolet. I reckon that is Skanky or Yolon. And then we've got the second championship contender, Jaeger, starting almost from the last on the grid. And the final car on the grid, of course, is Skanky after the disqualification that occurred in qualifying yesterday. So that was your full visual rundown of the grid. And again, we are still waiting for the formation lap to begin here in Atlanta.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, great. We're gonna be starting in a few minutes.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Also, somebody was echoing for a second, so. Oh, good.
Do you know
Can you
by
still hear
any
me?
chance who's Van? Because I can't see him on the grid right now. Like, what's his username? Because I cannot see him.
Vanex is Vixie. He's using an alt account. Vixie's using an alt account, by the way. They're gonna do a driver swap, Max 14 and Vixie.
Max, so Vixie and Max gonna go. Okay, how? Where is? Also, Vixie is Van. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna start the formation lap in a couple minutes. Be ready for that. Yeah.
Right.
Uh, be very hype, please. Don't also last thing I noticed that you were doing last race was you were going like just saying what is happening. Try to also just like talk like about general like the title fight, what are the conditions, like previous results and stuff, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
basically if they spin, you try to emphasize the consequences, not the fact that
Yeah.
they spun,
Okay. Yeah.
And
Okay.
and that they
Yeah.
spun, of
Sure.
course.
Okay.
And
I
also
got
don't like be don't do any confusion. So like if you're not sure of something, just
you.
gloss over it, or
Mm-hmm.
and I'll tell you if I hear it on stream. All right, I'll see you later.
All
Remember at
right.
the end
So.
of the race, I'll some of the drivers are gonna
Mm-hmm.
join the broadcast for radio. All right, see ya.
Mm-hmm. So. Alrighty. So that was our Fennec there, letting us know about the situation and information overall. As you just heard, in a couple of minutes of time, we'll start the Grand Prix. Who is going to take the crown? Who's going to be crowned the champion? Well, that question will be answered in a matter of an hour. hours. We will see. So let's just have a little bit of recap of what happened. Serio?
No a kiedy? No Mateusz, no.
Serio? Okay, I'll be right back. All right, back, and as you can see now, the LMP2 cars and GT3 cars as well are out on the formation lap. We are ticking ever so closely to start of the championship finale, the championship decider here in Row Atlanta. As I'm right now watching, there is one of the cars that is stuck on this in the pit stop, that being Hydra. I think he's gonna start. Yeah, Hydra is still at the pit exit. I reckon he's gonna start from the pit lane. So that's one of the championship contenders as well. So yeah, he has a long, big work to do out of this race. As here is David in the all in black and orange LMP2 car, the winner of the Kodega Grand Prix, which happened last week. Will he go for a 2 in a row? Will he end the season with a banger and call himself a champion? There's of course multiple people as well, being Godly and Remy. They're also in the contention of the title. So again, it's gonna go down to who wants it, or who wants more, and who's gonna finish better. All right. So you can see this again, David leading the LMP2 categories. This track is from my own previous experience, a little bit of fun, I should say, especially the first S sections, where if you go too much to the inside and hit one specific curb, your race might be over. Then, of course, we have followed by a double right-hander, which is notoriously hated by a couple of drivers, followed by a quick chicane, and the final corner being a pretty easy to master. However, if you brake too late, then you will definitely run out of the track and into the gravel, which is not a ideal racing line overall. As you can see there, we got 5 LMP2 cars currently out on track, with one being in a pit lane exit, and then at the back we've got our GT3 cars also being in the race, as currently I'm working on board with one of the championship contenders in the GT3 categories, being Vixie here. It's going to start from second place on the grid, the GT3 category. Of course, this driver being Van, as he's going to fight Jaeger, the championship. Either way, all the cars are lined up next to each other, as we are still waiting for the green flag to fly. We don't even have a leaderboard on, so we have some current difficulties here, and surely it's gonna change sure it's gonna be fixed in the next couple of minutes. As we have already, I didn't see that coming, but we are underway for the 1 hour 40 minutes LMP2 Le Mans here in the championship deciding race, as David leads the way ahead of Cut in second place, and then was one of the mistakes, and that's Fire spinning round out of the S section there. Another mistake from the BMW from pole position all the way to last, and we have a full course yellow deployed, the first full course yellow deployed of the race within the next 2 minutes. That is a massive shunt there for the BMW driver. Hydra, on the other hand, is back as well. He is already out on the track. He has to catch up to the leaders, as here is again David side by side with Kat. Of course, no overtaking allowed, since it's a full course yellow, so they will be close to each other. Either way, full course yellow still deployed. It's going to be David in the race lead, followed by Kat in second place. So the Kat almost overtook David into turn 3. Again, like I said, the first S sections, you gotta watch out. If you go to the inside and hit the curb, your race might be just as quickly over as it can. Here is on the championship contenders being Jaeger. Oh, sorry, that's imaginary, my bad. That's imaginary. Imaginary Jaeger's teammate. That's currently his second to last. Sorry, yeah, he's second to last. He has to really catch up if he wants to bring a good result, especially his teammate, who's in the championship fight. So, teamwork will be appreciated from the Lamborghini's garage. As we go green flag once more, ahead of driver, we are underway. Oh, no, never mind, my bad. It's a green flag for me, so it looks like we are racing. There you go. No, never mind. That is a broken leaderboard there for me. It looks like we are still under a yellow flag. Now we are in the purple section. Alright, let's restart this all again. Here we go. The drivers will have to watch for the leaderboard ticker to see when the green flag is going to show up. And green flag's out, and we are once more underway here in Atlanta. That's a good start there from the Cut, as he's already side by side with David. So a lot of lag there from the LMP2 driver, meaning I can't see if he gets. Oh, it's a spin! It's a loss of control there. Oh, now I reckon who was that? That was Black Mamba. Spun out of the turn 1, went way too wide, and lost all of the positions, and has to redo it all over again. But either way, it's still going to be David heading ahead of everyone in the LMP2 category. And then in GT3 category, it's going to be Van in the lead, followed by the rookie France. France already a good progress for the Max Verstappen team driver. It's a very fresh driver around this league. He's already progressing good. He just has to keep it up, and surely they'll cut an eye for a couple of teams heading into the next season. Here is Imaginary again, being close to the other drivers, but oh, we are not watching Imaginary. We are watching well, where is he? There he is. We're just watching Jaeger, driver who's on the hunt for the championship. He's been very sharp results all year long, but now all of this put into test here tonight. If he clinches a championship from Lamborghini, this will be a night to remember, as we are at the final corner to start yet another lap here in Le Petit Le Mans. As you can see, here are GT3. Oh, it's a very wide there from G-Start. G-Start going way too wide, heading out of turn 2 there. I'm quite afraid he had to abort his corner entry as he was too inside. Oh, there's another driver there, that being Smiley as well. Very wide off 10, 4, 5. Again, and we've got already sunset, still with 1.5 hours left, so yeah, it's going to be night race all the way left, all to go. Again, Jaeger, he's very close. He's almost side by side with France. Well, France now, he's under very big amount of pressure there. He's going to have to defend one of the best in the GT3 there is. And the opportunity for Jaeger is downhill into the last chicane. Again, if you brake too late, it will be a runoff for you as Jaeger goes wide. And he'll definitely lose some time, but also a mistake from France as well. It's going to be side-by-side action, quite frankly. Out of turn, on the final corner there. Oh, it's so close there between France and Jaeger. Oh, and that's a spin. The spin from the LMP2s, and I wonder who is that? Oh, that was Remy. That was Remy. He went too wide, and a bump caught him in the worst possible moment. That was a bit of a lost control there, and also contact. Jaeger overtakes France and gets into second place, but France doesn't want to give up. France doesn't want to let that slide. He wants to beat one of the greats. This type of right-hander, this could happen. Oh, it's close. No, not enough. It's gonna stay behind the Lamborghini. And he goes wide as well there. France have to settle for third. But remember, we've got Smiley as well. Smiley is also very close to the Mercedes driver. So now, like I said, France under a big pressure. And he has to do all of it in his strength to keep that podium position alive. As we have a four-way battle for the second place here. France, as you can see, is very close. That's a very close there for France. As we are looking now at Godly Racer. Oh, it's a mistake there from Hydra. No, the title contenders losing his car downhill out of the second to last corner. Well, now that is over for him for the fourth position. As we look back again, This very was wide again. That was Smiley, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Smiley. That was one of the other drivers there, losing control of his car and getting into the barrier. But either way, let's look at Jaeger now and Smiley. Let's look at Jaeger and Smiley. They're going side by side. It's a long straight before the chicane. It's all up for grabs for third position. If Villain, and here is the first LMP2 car. Here is David, running outside into the tricky chicane. Oh, it was close, and he manages to do it, but he pushes Jaeger off the track, and almost contact. That's a contact there, and France is into the barrier. Oh, it's unfortunate there from the rookie. He's all the way down to 5th. As here is the battle for the 2nd place. Jaeger in the GT3 category. Jaeger loses the position to Smiley. Wow. Smiley, he's going wide. He's going wide. Jaeger spins. Jaeger spins into turn 4. And now it's Chesko. Chesko, oh no, it's a big crash. Big pileup. Big pileup. Imaginary. Chesko, Jaeger. All 3 of drivers crashing into each other. And that will deploy a full cost yellow for the 3rd time, I think, heading into this race. But my oh my, that is not good news from Jaeger. Again, he has to finish ahead of Van, who's in the race lead, if he wants to claim the title. As I see the information there from David, as he's letting Chesko know that Chesko has to become Checo Perez and block of the rivals there are. But again, what that was a big shunt there from Jaeger. As he's now down he's down last actually almost. So again, this is absolute intense. First 10 minutes of the Grand Prix, first 20 minutes actually almost. But either way, it's Van in the race lead, followed by Smiley in 2nd, G-Star in 3rd, France in 4th, Fire in 6th, in 5th, sorry, How Did You in 6th, 7th is Jaeger, and then Imaginary, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. As you can see here is Remy and Galdi Racer. They have to overtake GT3s just to catch up to their own category pack. As we are still waiting for the purple flag violet flag to come out on the leaderboard for the restart of the Grand Prix. As of right now in the GT3 category, it's in the Van's side, in the Van's advantage. It's currently in the category lead, followed by Smiley. Like I said, his championship contender is down almost last. So if this continues on for the rest of the race, it will be game over for the Lamborghinis if they really hope for the championship. In the LMP2, it's still up for grabs. David is in the lead. However, Hydra and Remy are also almost up there. So here it's just gonna go who finishes the best. Either, so we've gone through another long straight into the final chicane. As you can see, what happened to David there? David had it's just a lag from the drivers. So you can see on your screens the field of LMP2s weaving through the chicane. and uphill and downhill, and all the way far in the back are the GT3s. You have to wait a bit of time, but it doesn't matter. Violet blue is out, violet flag is out, and just a couple of months time we start the race once more here in Atlanta, and green flag's out, and we are on the way for the second time in the race. And that was a good start there from David as he leads his way for the GT LMP2 category. Here is Van defending from Smiley. Look at this G-Start out of nowhere as well. G-Start doing everything he can to get the lead from Van and from Smiley as we head down to the exit of the S section. Chesko out of nowhere is in contention for the race lead. Oh, the spin, that's Remy. That's Remy. Oh no, Remy flips on his roof. Oh, he went too wide again. And it's another full course yellow. Remy is frustrated, asking why are people brake checking and waving. Were those things a reason why he flipped? We do not know. But still, not good news for some of the championship contenders. Remy had a strong result in Cordega, and heading into this race, he started 4th and hoped for a good result there. So far, it's not going well. And what happened to Imaginary there? Imaginary looks like he was unlucky. But what happens? Where is Imaginary? Two 1 minute and 23 minutes remain here in Atlanta. We've got hashtag championship decider. In the both categories, 4 drivers in LMP2 and 2 drivers in the GT3. So it's all gonna come down to the last lap, surely. Again, as you can see there, Van sneaking out of this long straight as the race leader in this category. Behind him we got Smiley, Van and Fire, who remember made a mistake earlier in the race. He already climbed up the ladder, already up to 3rd. Then we've got How Did You in a Chevrolet, followed by Jaeger in like what, 5th, 6th, and the final driver being G-Start, who was literally a couple of moments ago battling for the race lead. Again, what a race already happening in front of our eyes here in America. Here is Smiley. Started 4th in GT3. Now he's up to 2nd place. The progress is going good for him. Not a championship contender, however, still a good result will satisfy him and his team in the final race of the season. But what a satisfaction would be for him to overtake Van for the race lead and win it. Well, will that happen? We'll answer shortly as the purple-violet flag is out once more. And in a matter of seconds, we will start. Oh, what happened to Hydra? Oh, sorry, Hydra is still on the track there, but he has to catch up to the rest of the grids. And what is Hydra doing? Hydra, whoa, almost taking everyone there. Getting back to his position. This is still purple. Now going downhill onto the chicane. When will we restart the race? Oh, Fire! What happened to Fire? He's in a wall. Fire is in a wall and it's not moving. He says that he'll be right back, but still, that was a strange action there. But it doesn't matter. Green flags out once again, and we're underway here in Petit Le Mans for yet another loss of action. It's going to be David in the lead. Kat is in second place. Remy side by side with is that Chesko? I think that's Chesko there. Chesko is also fighting for his life to survive. Oh, so almost into barriers goes Godley. As he loses all the positions is in last, and also wide exit for Cat. As he's losing already. He's already have big advantage to David. David is on the league of his own as of now. What a performance for him. But let's look at Remy. Remy, almost side by side with Cat for second place. As we go Hydra as well in the mix. You can see it's a very close battle for second place. Wow, what a show of lights here. Oh, that was Godley again. Having a terrible exit out the chicane, going wide into final corner. Oh, the spin! Oh, it's a contact! It's a chaos! It's chaos! Whoa! That's gotta be a full course yellow again. We had the driver going airborne here in the turn one. Wow! As Van still remains in the race in the GT3 category, followed by Smiley, who didn't break at all, and he goes very wide. Oh, he almost smashed into Rieger. That would have been a penalty there for him. But my oh my, what just happened there in front of our eyes in the LMP2s? Unfortunately, we don't have the replays, but wow, 3 cars losing control and hitting themselves. It was straight out of the Cars movie. But either way, Forecast Yellow has to be deployed once again, and that's another additional 2-3 minutes of racing slowly. That also affects overall for the drivers. The more the Forecast Yellows, the less racing and the less overtakes happening, meaning the fewer possibilities for better race results, and in this specific scenario, fewer chances of being a champion. Again, in the GT3, Van is in the lead, Jaeger is in third. If we continue this ritual of having yellow courses every minute, it will be game over for Jaeger. He won't improve position unless he overtakes in this window both the drivers and gets the P1. But again, if he continue this ritual of having 4 cars yellows over and over again in the next an hour or so, it's just going to stay as it is. The gaps, everything, the positions are going to stay the same. And there won't be any fighting. Like, the race will be more boring, but again, it's more to the LMP2s rather than GT3s to decide if they want to go racing or just do BS and crash into each other every single second. Yeah, right now looking with Chesko there. He was involved in an accident a couple of minutes ago, which created the full course yellow. There's a welcome back for Chesko, I think, as he hasn't been on the grid the last time he killed Dega, but now he's back, and now he is full on racing, starting from third position in the LMP2 category, as he's right now talking to Gatli. Forecast Yellow is still out on track. We have a little bit of those disqualification there. What happened to Fire actually? Oh, Fire is out. Oh, oh no. Oh, Fire is out of the Grand Prix, but it doesn't matter. I mean, for him it matters, but for us, for now, it doesn't matter. As we in about same time to restart the race once again. Hopefully. Oh, what happened there? Oh my goodness! What? That's Godly and David hitting each other, I think, and cut. The race hasn't even been restarted. We already got another crash there. As you can see, Hydra cut a little bit of a track there, but that won't do nothing for him as he still has to remain the pace as there is. Here is David. Again, start this from the first position. The line has crossed now. Still waiting for the yellow flag to come out. Sorry, green flag to come out. There it is. Oh, it's just contact. What was that? Chesko bumps Remy into the barrier, and Chesko is out as well. Cut bumps Chesko the same way Chesko bumped. Oh, and Cut is out as well. Cut is out. Bumps into turn 3, and it's a focus yellow. The 10th time. What is going on? We even haven't gone through one corner without clean racing. And Chesko already bumped Godly out the track, and then Cut bumped Chesko, and then Cut bumped out of himself. And that creates another 3 minutes of safe and slow driving. Let's look at what happened in GT3s, as it looks like it stays the same. Van still in the race lead, however his championship contender is still in third. It's just a lag, my bad. Smiley still in second place. Oh, I got 116. That's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, like if we continue again, if also a bit of a hit bump of a wall there from Jaeger. But what the FIA should do, in my opinion, now is just to space out every single car in the LMP2 category, because if the cars are gonna be so squeezed with each other, and one starts earlier than the other, then it's gonna be bumps all the time, and it's gonna be crash after crash after crash. But it doesn't matter. Purple flag is out. Restart is about to commence once again here in Atlanta. Hopefully no crashes, as that's the best thing, that's the worst thing that's gonna happen. It looks like the FIA is waiting for the good time to start the race. We're underway again here in LMP2s. That was a good start from David. However, Hydra is already side by side for the race lead here. Hey, oh my goodness! Hydra, told you, do not hit that curb unless you want to crash and flip 10 times. And hopefully that's not going to be a focus yellow, as there's another driver hitting the barrier, being Chesko, and Godly Racer spins as well. What is going on? And that's Cut as well there. As the GT3s, however, Van remains in the race lead, followed by his contender in second, Jaeger. Smiley in third, How Did You in fourth, and G-Start closes the pack. As we head through the first corners there in the GT3s, it's all side by side. Look at Smiley. Smiley there. It's right on Jaeger's tail. Again, Jaeger has a big pressure. If he gets overtaken, it's all gone. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's close. It's so close. Side by side. And Smiley can't contact. And oh no! Smiley hits Jaeger. And what was that? What was that from Cheestart? Cheestart. Wow! Focus yellow deployed. What was that? What was that from Cheestart? Was that an intentional contact between him and Jaeger? Surely that will have to be investigated. Wow. As we have another focus yellow. As you can still watch Jaeger trying to catch up to the rest of the grid, the rest of the GT3. Oh, is that Godly Racer there? Oh, that's Godly Racer. What is Godly Racer doing? Godly Racer has stopped outside of the track. Why? I don't understand. Why is he doing that? I don't think he knows that his grid and his rivals are way up ahead of him. Now he just realized that, and now he has to push as much as he can just to catch up to the last place. Again, because of that contact that happened early in the race, the golden Chevrolet of How Did You, manages to get in the second place. Cheestad is in third, even though he made a weird collision there with Jaeger, who's right behind him. And the last is Smiley there. Smiley also made a mistake. Oh, sorry, Smiley is then, but then it's okay, I got you. Anyway, enough talking. It's time to race once more, shall we? So we're still waiting for the race to restart properly and start the Grand Prix. Hopefully no collisions will occur. And hopefully the race is gonna go smooth. The rest of the race, which is gonna be tough, but well, possible. And green flag's out, and we are underway. And Godly Racer did not make it. He has a big disadvantage here, as here is side by side in the GT3 category. Whoa, it's almost 3 wide into the chicane. Gonna contact the LMP2s, but look at this. Look at this. It's gonna be very close there. It's a contact. It's Jaeger. It's Jaeger. Jaeger hits the barrier of the downhill and uphill. And that is a big disadvantage. And now he's way behind everyone else. And you have to just catch up. How will he do it? Will he able to do it? Surely he will, but it's gonna be a long and hard work to do as Cheestad hits the barrier as well. Cheestad makes a mistake out of turn 4, hits the barrier, and he's also pretty much out of the battles for now. As the GT3 cars head into the double right-hander, being one of the most hated corners by the drivers, Vixie still manages to get the race lead. However, Smiley is right behind him, and that's Hydra. That is Hydra in LMP2, spinning almost 180 out of the turn 7. And here is Chesko now, overtaking Jaeger safely on the straight. Hope that was very good overtake, if not a bit bad. But here is Smiley round the outside, trying to overtake Van, but it didn't work out. Smiley will have to settle for second place for a bit of longer time. But what was that overtake there from the Red Bull driver? He wants that race win, and he wants to dethrone Van and make him his championship condition go even worse there as they go through turn 4 and 5 now. The next corner up ahead is going to be very crucial. If you break too late, it's over. Oh, what's going on? What was that save there from Smiley? Almost hitting the barrier, but he's still in it. No damage. He's still in the battle. He's still there. And as he bumps Van, that'll make Van go wide. Another opportunity arises for Smiley, but here is David in the LMP2, gonna overtake both man to continue his race lead. Chesko follows, and will that benefit Smiley? Smiley side by is on the rear of Van. There's no way he's gonna go for a dive bomb into the chicane. So no, bumps him. He bumps Van, and that forces the Mercedes driver to go way wide than he usually does. And now the battle continues as we go through the final corner, the finish straight in turn 1. We're right now on board with the Lamborghini. He lost a bit of the time there after this contact. And here is Remy, another LMP2, overtaking the GT3. It's overtaking the corners. It's going to be very difficult for LMP2. It will create chaos for sure. But now it's all benefits once more for Smiley, because Van will have to let through the LMP2, the blue car, and now Smiley wants it more. We're on the Van's tail. Another bump has been just made, and that will create a better exit there from Smiley. Better exit, possibly. Here we go, all side by side once more into another chicane. Oh, look at this! There is Smiley and down into it. Oh, no, it can't go well. Another contact, both drivers go off the track. Oh, this battle is very heated, but if it's gonna continue like that, surely it's gonna result in a massive crash. Whoa, this is unbelievable battle for the race lead in the GT3. Van. We thought Van had already a win in his hands as he spins, and Smiley hits him. Oh no, and Smiley as well, spinning round. And who's going to race lead though? Oh my god. It's a full course yellow, and Smiley, what? And because of full course yellow, Smiley secures the race lead. Wow. Wow, that's exciting. Just almost an hour left. Smiley is now in the race lead after this, I won't say controversial incident. That was, of course, a incident, accidental there from Van. But again, what of the driving style Smiley has? As we've just seen, he's been pushing Van out of the way every single time they've been close to each other. They've been bumping each other all the time, especially into the chicane and the final sector. And that will really, caught an eye for the stewards, because this racing strategy, this tactic of racing definitely is not optimal and definitely is not fine. It's not for the driver, it doesn't matter which category, it's still not a clean racing. Man, what a race it's already there. But let's just look back at the LMP2s, as we are focusing on the GT3s way too much. Let's look at the LMP2s for a second. David and Chesko were very close to each other in LMP2 in the race lead, followed by Remy and Hydra. And Gladly racers somewhere else, but it doesn't matter. Green flags out once more. We are underway. And look at Hydra. Hydra already side by side with Remy for the third place. Oh, it's gonna be close there. Into the whoa! Where he pushes Remy off the track, falls at him to let Hydra through. But it's not over yet. Those two drivers are still side by side. Wow, what is going on? Now as we head into the chicane, Remy is gonna be down the inside. He's gonna try to overtake. No, he decides to stay behind, and Hydra cuts the first part of the chicane. As that's what Remy just noted. He noted the cut to his engineer. Hopefully, stewards will have a look into this. They already have a look into everything now. As David, still in the race lead in the LMP2, that really brings him in a very good position in terms of a championship. Remy almost smashing his car into the Hydra. Remy really was that. Whoa! What was that? Hydra on two wheels hitting the barrier. That's a one way to do it, says Remy. And that was an incredible one. But let's look back at the GT3 situation. Because here is Jaeger rounding outside into the race lead. But what happened to the Van? In the meantime, Van lost 3 positions. He's down to 4th now. And now it's all going down to Jaeger in terms of the championship. Cheestad again going wide of the barrier. Less than an hour left. Ahead of drivers. Ahead of, well, everyone. Here is Smiley in 2nd place. The same scenario that he was in just a couple of minutes before. It's a little bit wide, a lot of exit, but it was wide from Jaeger as well. So not a bit of a time loss that happened here. Smiley's behind Jaeger. Again, that Jaeger, brilliant results he's been doing all season long, and he's right now on his way to win the World Championship. However, his teammate is in 3rd, and I just didn't see that, but the green flags are out, and we are underway once more. It's going to be Jaeger in the lead, followed by Smiley in 2nd, Van in 3rd. And here is Remy in LMP2, as I'm looking at both screens at the same time, into the chicane. Wow, what a battle there. Chesko now has a big important role. Remember when David told him at the beginning of the race, he has to defend like a lion, like Checo Perez did in Abu Dhabi in 2021. Well, I think Chesko will do that. Yeah, as you can see there, Remy complained that he's losing time to David. What a teamwork! What a teamwork from Chesko. He's holding back Remy now, just to let David escape. Look at this! Oh no! Contact! Chesko flying midair, doing parallels, and that is another full course yellow. As what was that? Will there be investigation for that? Remy apologizes for his behavior, but again, Chesko doing his teamwork he was holding off Remy long enough for David to escape his way. Unfortunately, contact happened, and that resulted in another full course yellow, and because of that, Remy is going to be 2nd place and very close to David. Again, 4-way battle in the for the title in the LMP2 category. David, Remy, Hydro, those three guys actually are fighting it out. Whoever finishes better, I guess, wins a title. As you can see, Chesko is way behind everyone else. Well, that is expected as he had to respawn a car. And oh, another tough situation there. The LMP2s are right behind GT3s. This is not gonna go well. If we're gonna restart like this, LMP2s are quickly gonna catch up to GT3s, and it's gonna create big chaos. Yeah, there you see on your screen. Here are the GT3s, and right behind them are the LMP2s that are almost about to gap them. And now it's just decision to the FIA stewards. Either they will allow the GT LMP2 cars to let through. Look at this. They're already behind G-Stars. Here are the GT3s, and here are the LMP2s. As now LMP2s have no other option but to let everyone through. Sorry, and the purple flag is out now. As we are about to restart actually. For another time, 53 minutes left on the clock. The title decider. Who's gonna win the title then? LMP2's green flags out once again, and that was a great start from Remy. He's already side by side with David. Those two drivers going neck to neck for the Drivers' Championship down the chicane. Who's gonna be last on the brakes? Right? Oh, what was that? What was that? Hydra slams into Remy. And Hydra loses control of the car as well. What is going on? That surely has to be investigated as Van hits the barrier as well. Into the chicane. As it looks, there was a contact between him and Smiley. And Remy's now in the pits. That won't do a damn thing. And now we have some demandings of disqualification. And look at this. Jesko is back in second place. Hydra's gonna be in third, so yeah, as you can see here, David David there is saying, well, thanking Jesko for defending a Remy. But again, what is going on? Hydra clearly turned into Remy from my side, and Smiley hits Van. That may also make him lose control car and head into the gravel. That is just incredible racing. But again, what they do with them, again, like I said before, the more the yellow full conceals they are, the less fights and the less fights, and the less overtakes. The championship will be decided more. And now Hydra is discussing with someone. Oh, Remy had driver penalty actually. Oh yeah. So we actually, again, we don't hear from the stewards what happens, but it looks like Remy had a driver penalty already and he had to serve it. So he decided to serve it right now. And I think it did count. However, there is no response in the chat from the race director, so we don't know. As I'm looking to see, Van is really congratulating Jaeger for for Jaeger's hitmans. Yeah, Van has now hates everyone on the GT3s as everyone is crashing into him all the time. Of course, that being a clear joke, as if there, it was literally someone hired someone to crash into someone, that would be a very big problem for them, and probably a disqualification and even bad stuff, maybe even a ban. Either way, 15 minutes left on the clock. I will have to go, unfortunately, for the next 15 minutes since I have to do something very important. Oh yeah, hello Fennec. Any updates you want to share with us? Never mind. Oh, never mind.
Hello.
Yep,
Hydrex under review for incident post restart. We're
the
currently
one, just to
yes,
confirm, the one that Ninja chicane with Remy, right?
with Remy, yeah. We're trying
Ah,
to
okay.
determine if Remy actually just went off deep and or Hydrex turned into him. Currently it looks like the Hydrex is not gonna receive any penalty. Going green shortly.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was Ray Stewart informing us. As we just heard, Hydra could potentially suffer a penalty after that incident with Remy and the post restart. However, the green flag should be waving out soon, but like I said, I'll have to go for 15 minutes too. I have to do something very important. So see you in 15 minutes and enjoy the race if you have any.
All right. Yep, no further investigation for a few of those incidents. Remy served the drive-through penalty. under green. Also, no further investigation for the spin on Chesko. So that spin that happened with Chesko, no further investigation on Hydrax. That was deemed a racing incident. So far as the standings are, or sorry, as the running order is, David takes the LMP2 title and Jaeger takes the GTD title. Since Remy served the drive-through penalty. So that is the current state. A few of these drivers are on their last penalties. That includes Cheese, Tart, and also Remy is currently under no investigation for any further incidents. Um, so, yep. Standings are, sorry, as the running order is. And actually, just guess what? Cheese Tart just earned himself a drive-through penalty. So that's ironic. But for these drivers on penalties that include cheese, tart, and also Remy is currently under no investigation. But yeah, as the current championship standings are, as well in this finishing order, we have two championship winners that are David and Jaeger. This could go down to the wire though, knowing how many cautions we've already had. The field has become a bit smaller, but yeah. Oh, and Hydrax is off. Yeah, Hydrax went off. Yeah, I did not see that right away, but yeah, Hydrax is all the way off the track there, and that is his championships. Well, chances are just withering down with every lap or every minute, every second coming closer and closer to actually losing the championship now. So that's quite unfortunate for him. Oh, Remy flipped. All right, I'm gonna be joining the stage again, but yeah, so far so good. Um,
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for a thing. I had to do something very important, but either way, we're back racing here, and with with a half an hour left here in Atlanta, David still leads the way, ahead of Chesko and ahead of Remy. So the grid is almost the same as before. However, I can't quite see Hydra. Looks like something happened with him. Oh, looks like he spun. Either way, in the GT3 category, Van is in the race lead, followed by Jaeger in second place as of right now. It looks like the champion's going with Jaeger's side, as here is Smiley losing control of the car and almost taking out Cheese Star there. And here is another one. Who's that? Who is that? A new driver has come in, and that's Bull. That is Bull. A new driver here. Another one. He's almost side by side with Jaeger. Well, that is a new entry there, as I say. I didn't know that. Either way, 32 minutes left. Whoa, what happened there? What was that, Jaeger? Oh, it's Jaeger! Jaeger and Hydra! What? And that's a focus yellow. As Hydra made contact with Jaeger, looks like. And that just made something else. G-Star is now serving his drive-through penalty. I have a big ping right now. That is not good. Yeah, it's still Van in the lead. However, Smile is right behind him. Oh, well, that's Bull there. Also, I'll hit in the barrier. But as we know from this race, Smiley and Van is not a good combination if you put them side by side. Oh, and what is Bull doing? Oh, Bull is in the lead, I think. Oh, Bull is in the race lead now. Out of nowhere. Okay. And now he's slow. No, he doesn't slow down. He's still. No, I think he's slowed down. Yeah, he slowed down. So it's Van and Smiley, and then Jaeger, and then Bull, and then Cheese starts. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit of an interesting restart. As the driver is now going through the long straight. It's been an interesting race overall as of now. But we still have half an hour left, so it's still all up for grabs for our drivers. But it's very tense in the GT3. As Van and Jaeger are the championship contenders, and they're just separated by one car. As we have a purple flag waving out on track, indicating the restart is going to happen anytime now. There it is. Green flag's out. We are underway once more here in Atlanta. That was a good start from Van. He's already escaping the wrap of Smiley. As Jaeger, on the other hand, is catching up to the same driver. And down to turn one they go. So a good start from David as well in the LMP2 category, leading the way ahead of Remy and ahead of Hydra and out of Chesko actually. As now the GT3 drivers come through the S section. A bit of wide exit from Jaeger. It's gonna lose a bit of a time to Red Bull. However, still gonna be in a close match of an overtake as Smiley goes wide. And now it's an opportunity for Jaeger to overtake him an overtake for the potential second place in the championship. And the right hand was so wide, too wide for Smiley. And Jaeger says thank you very much. Jaeger's in second place, but it's not over yet, as here comes Cheestad out of nowhere. It's gonna be a three-way battle. Three-way battle. Oh my goodness. No way. That was almost a three-way battle. Now into chicane, Smiles. Will he bump Jaeger? Oh, it's gonna be so close. No, Smile's gonna stay behind. You know what he's doing. There's a countdown of some sort. G-Start goes wide. And now what is that countdown? Oh, it's for Hydra. It's for Hydra. Hydra had to suffer penalty. And because of that, that's why there's a countdown for that. So now in 3 seconds, there it is. Hydra is now out on track once more. Back in the racing. Hydra has a lot of job to do to catch up to the rest of his colleagues. As you can see, because of that battle which happened earlier, Jaeger lost a lot of time to Van. 2 seconds to be exact. Again, those two drivers are battling out the championship, so every second matters. As we look now to the LMP2 category, and Chesko hits Remy. Once again, the rivalry won't stop here, and Remy, well, loses position. That's another occasion. Chesko's trying to do an ultimate game here, team game for David. David for now is looking for the championship again. David right now is on his way for the title. If it's gonna continue like that, Remy's down third, way behind the third China driver, I guess. Here is Smiley once more. Very close to Jaeger. Oh, he's gonna go very wide, but that didn't lose. He didn't lose a lot of time here. He's still behind. He's still on the tail. And look at this. Here is Smiley. Is he gonna go for a dive bomb here? It's not good corner to do that. He goes wider than Jaeger, but it's still fine. But now he goes way wide again, and now he lost a bit of a time to Jaeger. And Jaeger now is on his way to catch up to Van. The gap is somewhere around 2 seconds, so again, a long way to go. As I'm currently looking in the LMP2 category, you can see here is Hydra catching up to Cheestad. After serving this stop and go penalty, he's looking to gap the whole GT3 group. But let's look at Chesko for a second. Chesko here. He's now another tough situation because right behind him is Remy. Again, he's gonna try to do a ultimate team game move, as he's gonna try to back off Remy, and let David create even bigger gap, and that gap will most definitely help him in terms of the championship. Oh, was a bit of control loss there for Remy. He's still right behind Chesko, and it's now it's gonna be almost side-by-side action here. The Hydra goes well again, but that doesn't care us for now. What we care about is this battle right here. Chesko knows that he's a big part, he's a key part right now in the strategy for David. David is already almost 4 seconds ahead of Chesko and Remy. So if the gaps like continue like that, oh, it's already contact. Oh, it's contact. Chesko spins. Oh no. and Remy's gonna go for it's gonna be a sportsman-like, and he lets Chesko through once again. That was a big respect there from Remy, letting Chesko through just to continue this battle. We have a weird car on the pit lane. And yeah, oh, that's a bull there losing car, or maybe he just got hit or something. But again, here is Jaeger. Again, he's on a mission to catch up to Van. The gap is, I think, kind of the same as it was, maybe a bit smaller, but it's kind of the same. Jaeger is on his way to potentially overtake Van and hopefully, get through and take the title. But he has to watch out, because right behind him there is Smiley. That's what his name is? Smiley? I've been calling him Smiley so long. I think it's Smiley. Yes, Smiley. Here's Hydra overtaking Jaeger, of course, in the LMP2 car, so there's no difference. And the gap between David and Chesko is 8 seconds. What happened to David? Oh no, sorry, before David, somehow David. David's still in it. Again, 8 seconds there. So again, Remy got through. Oh, I didn't see that. Remy got through Chesko. So now he has a job to do, and that is catch up to David. He has, again, 8.5 seconds. 21 minutes to go, so it's around 21 laps-ish. Maybe more, but definitely more. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that he still has the opportunity. It's now 11.5 seconds. So now he lost 3 seconds again. That might be over. However, we do not know. And look at this. Smiley. He was hunting Jaeger ever since the restart happened. Here is Smiley. Oh, so close. Jaeger goes wide. And now, what will that do? I have right now no words of what's happening here. What is Smiley doing? Smiley just left the track just to catch up to Jaeger. Wow, that is not clean driving, but it is what it is. Either way, here are these two driving, and right behind him is it's David. David is trying to overtake the lapped cars, but the battle between him and the rest is such intense that it just don't let them through. Now he's through safely, but the gap went from 11.5 down to 9.5. So that costed David 2 seconds just to get through this battling cars. However, Remy will have to go for the same thing as well. Because here comes Smiley. He could go for a dive bomb here. He's just too far behind to do it. And that's Van! That's Van! Van spins round! Van loses the lead! And now it's for the race lead then! It's not for second place, it's for the race lead here. Smiley's ahead of Jaeger. Wow! And here is Chesko, right behind those two battling cars. Wow, what is happening? And now Remy will have to go through all of them as well. However, Smiley now is going for the best to serve the penalty, and Remy goes through safely. Same does Chesko. But because of that, Remy lost a bit of a time thanks to G-Start, according to him. once again, Van. Now it's all up to. Now it's gonna be a fight for the lead between Jaeger and Van, the two title contenders. Oh, he's Remy spins. Remy spins. And every single and now Cheese that hits the barrier as well. Oh no! What is going on? And now that'll be even better. What? Smiley's not ahead. Smiley's right behind you. Yellow flags out. Just 17 more minutes until the end of the Grand Prix. The title fight is still on between Jaeger and Van. We thought it's going to be a swap positions, but it's still the same. Jaeger is in the race lead, followed by Van. If this is going to continue, looks like it's going to go Jaeger's way, and Jaeger's going to be the champion. But if Van overtakes Jaeger and Van finishes ahead of him, it's going to be GG's, and it's going to be Van. But keep in mind, behind those two, there is Smiley, who is known for driving aggressively, or just for this race. He's been known for contacting Van, and whoa, that was a crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy thing for them. For Hydra just over there running outside, almost crashing into someone. Either way, it's still gonna be eagerly followed by Van. In the LMP2 category, it's good old top three. It's David in the race lead because who else? Chesko in third. And Remy in third. Well, what happened there? Did Van just lose position? No. It's still the same. Maybe that was someone else. But either way, doesn't matter. Purple flag's out. Chesko is ahead of Remy. Will Chesko continue his game of blocking Remy? As you can see there, Remy already knows what Chesko's planning. He's going to try to overtake as fast as possible. Chesko agrees here. So both players knows the game, and we're underway. Once more, it's a good start from Chesko. Has a better momentum now, and there's absolutely nowhere to send it in the chicane. No way. No, stays in it. Remy's trying to overtake Chesko, but it didn't quite happen. Still behind. She's still behind the Mexican Minister of Defense, as I like to say. This here is Ghost, so for some reason in here. But either way, David, quite frankly, is going to get away. However, look at Chesko, had a better turn one. But here again, David slightly gets away. Not for long, just a couple of... Oh, it's a contact! Contact in the GT3! It's Jaeger in the wall! Jaeger in the wall! And now was it... Oh, and now, was it Van's fault? And now Vanix will have to explain to Fennec that it wasn't you didn't want to do that, looks like. And it's just gonna be full Cosero after full Cosero, and we've got 14 minutes left. So far, it looks like Van is in the championship. Of course, like I said, for Van to win the title, he has to finish ahead of Jaeger. which he currently is. He currently does. And for Jaeger to win the title, he has to do the same. Finish better than Van. But currently, he is not. He is behind. So, it's a drive-through penalty, looks like. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion between every single driver. You can see cars lining up between each other, still waiting for the race to restart. But my oh my, it's been like what already in 1 hour plus, and green flags out once more, and he runs away, and it's a good start from Van. He has already momentum, but G-Start has even better exit. He's gonna go side by side with the Mercedes driver into chicane. And contacts again! Jaeger outside! And this time, it wasn't Van, it was G-Start who hits. And yeah, G-Start now is going to the pit lane for a drive-through penalty, and Jaeger is gonna be even more behind Van. Either way, looking into LMP2 category, Price ahead of Chesko, ahead of Remy. Remy still behind Chesko. He knows the game, he knows the rules, but quite frankly, he cannot overtake the Mexican defense, Minister of Defense. He's blocking Remy, and at the same time, let's go through. And what was that? Remy just slams into Chesko. What was that? Wow. We understand that it's all in for Remy, but you don't have to terrorize a whole damn grid for that. So now Remy's gonna be ahead of David, and now David knows he cannot depend on his mate. His mate is down last. So David has to get away. He has to get away from Remy. He needs a good restart, otherwise he'll be in deep trouble. Looking back at the GT3s, Smiley still ahead of Van. Jaeger already snatched two positions, and he's already up to third. Look at this, he's already trying. It's already side by side. What is going on? Wow! Jaeger really wants to have a good start to overtake Van with just less than 10 minutes on the clock. We're still waiting for green flag. We're still waiting for the rest to restart. Both of the cars now on the long straight. I mean, on the straights, kind of. So it's a safe bet. Just now to start the whole thing. Still waiting for the green flag. You can see the Hydra trying to have some pace to have a greater start and to overtake Remy there. And here it is, green flags out, and also a good start from Remy, but he won't use it as we are just about to hit the corner, and Chesko
hits Hydra. Chesko hits Hydra to force his way through into third place. Remy is very, very close to David. On the other hand, Smiley fighting with Van or Bull at this point. It's Van spins. Van spins. Will that be four course yellow? I don't think so. Here is Bull fighting with G-Start. And here is Remy. Here is Remy. Oh my goodness. Remy side by side with David for the race lead. It's not close. No way. Remy does it. Remy does it. Remy leads the way. Ahead of David. What? The last 8 minutes left on the clock. Chesko's right behind. Chesko. Chesko knows that he's again back into the game. Here is David. There's no way it's gonna work. It works. David is in the lead once again. But now he's gonna try to defend like a lion. He's gonna try to defend like his life depends on it. Because the championship is on the line. Wow. Can you ask for a better finish of the race than this? David now gains a bit of a time ahead of Remy, and Remy now has to worry about Chesko. Chesko's right behind. Also wide exit from Remy. Didn't lose quite a bit of a time. He's still close. He's still close. Chesko's also losing a bit of time to Remy. Also wide exit. Van again. Van is he's far behind the rest of the grid. Van is in a lost position as of now. He's on his way to lose the championship. He's gonna stay like that. Let's look back at the LMP2s as Remy once again trying to overtake the race leader. Again, those two guys battling out the championship. Right behind them is Chesko. It's just those three, no one else. Hydra is way too far behind. It's a great exit from Remy. He's going to create some pressure. Will David crack under the pressure? Oh, it's close. Remy goes wide. And oh no, Remy loses control of the car and falls down to P3. What a way, says Chesko. As he says, thank you very much. As we have a battle for third place between Bull and Smiley. Into turn one, Bull decides to brake, forces Smiley off the track. And Cheese-Start, what a slow driver with Cheese-Start there. It's a bit of a slow turn one. And Smiley uses the opportunity. And he's now side by side with Cheese-Start. Just 4.5 minutes left into this race. This is absolutely incredible. Bull out of nowhere. Through goes Bull. Unbelievable stuff. Going out the double right-hander, Bull takes the P2 away from him. And a contact. 3 GT3 spinning. Round of the exit of this double right-hander. And Van says thank you very much. And he's up to second place. Wow, what a race this is going to be. Four minutes left on the clock. 4 minutes and 1 lap to be exact.
As you can see now, Smiley trying to get a P2, but there's not some of a controversy because who was P2 before the four course yellow? As you can see, oh, what a way to end the season here. David says that Chesko now is Mr. Checo Perez. Chesko has just one job left, and that is hold off Remy to the end of the race. And that will benefit David. Oh, this is gonna be... It's gonna be 2 laps or even 3. 3 to 2 laps of racing. What's how decided this is? It's 2021 all over again. Remy knows that it's unfair. It's 2 on 1. Team orders versus 1 driver. Same goes to GT3s, Van and Jaeger. Whoever finishes first wins the title. This is such an exciting race. 1.5 minutes left. 2 laps or even 1 lap left as we go almost green here. It's, I don't know, 6 or maybe 5 miles of action. All the way to the checker flag. Two laps of racing. 6 drivers in the contention for the world title. Only 2 can win. Who is it going to be? Green flags up, we are on the way. And it's a good restart then for Chesko. He's already side by side. And look at this. Van side by side with Jaeger for the race lead. Oh no, it's a mistake. Smiles in 2nd place now. What is happening here in Atlanta? Remy side by side with Chesko. Chesko needs to overtake Remy. He has 1 job, and that is just to hold off Remy. There he is. Chesko ahead of Remy. Now he'll have to hold off the blue driver Remy going wide a bit there. But it's a great work from Remy. Chesko, sorry. Oh, it was a contact. Contact, whoa. No way. Remy gets through Chesko. Oh no, they both glide. Chesko loses the control almost. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Hydra out of nowhere, almost side by side with Chesko. And now Bull's gonna hold off Remy a bit. Oh, it's so. Let's look back at Psycho, as it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like Van's gonna be a champion. Jaeger's in the lead. Smile in 2nd place. And just behind him, in 3rd, is Van. David now overtaking the said driver. And it's about to overtake Smile. It was close. Oh, it was almost a contact there. And Remy loses control of the car again. And Chesko is in 2nd place. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2 to go. Look at this. David now is getting ahead. Oh my god, the Hydra just hitting this curve. But what a race this has been. Here in Atlanta, all the way from the beginning.
all the way to the end. It looks like it's just gonna go all the way from David. Here we go. 1 lap left. Here in Atlanta. 3.4 miles of action left before we finally can say who's gonna be a champion in 2025. Final lap is white flags waving. Final lap is on. Remy's in second place. Chesko made a mistake. Oh, sorry, that's Chesko, yeah. David in first. Here comes Chesko. What a battle this was. Chesko doing ultimate team orders to hold off Remy. Checker flag is out. For the drivers, we are still waiting for David to cross the line. But that was an incredible race. It's been an honor for me to commentate all the way through. All the drama, all the controversy, all the magic moments that happened this season and in this race, and it comes all down to one way. Remy not happy. David will be delighted. They have shared an incredible championship battle, but the championship can only be won by one. It's going orange in 2025. David, for the first time ever, is champion of the world. What a race from David. Comes on to win the title for the LMP2s, and it's gonna be an epic win for Jaeger. It's gonna finish ahead of Van, and Jaeger is the champion in GT3 category. What a race that was. David and Jaeger unofficially are your LMP2 and GT3 world champions. Alrighty, yeah, hello?
Jaeger, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jaeger, congratulations. You are the GT3 class world champion this season.
Jesus.
And David is also the LMP2 title, championship winner. Really no words for that ending there. Really close to the line for a few of these guys. And David, congratulations. You're the LMP2 championship winner this season.
Jesus.
Man, that was an incredible fight, Jaeger, especially all the race, man. How are you feeling right now, especially after the fact that you've been crowned a new champion?
I kept making a lot of mistakes. Like, a lot of mistakes. Like, last lap, I was like 2 seconds slower.
Well, how would you look at the season overall? Would you say you have exceeded your expectations?
Yeah.
Alright, it looks like, yeah, this video's gonna suck. But anyway, again, congratulations to Jaeger, your GT3 champion of the incredible fight with Van. Can we get, can we take David in here?
It's Friday then.
Oh wait,
Saturday,
is
Sunday.
Yoshi
What?
David? Is David Yoshi David?
Yeah, Yoshi's David, actually, yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay, he can't talk, but it's still congratulations, David, for becoming the LMP2 champion. But I gotta say, that was all of that was thanks to teamwork from Chesko, in my opinion.
Chesko made the ultimate team game move to hold back Remy just for David to get away. That was an incredible race. As you can see, the sun sets above the horizon, and the drivers now will celebrate in the park with their imaginary engineers and their team members. But man, wait, shall we just do donuts? Shall we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
just do donuts?
Go on the main straight. Yeah, yeah. Do donuts.
Yeah, all of people. Let's just go to let's do celebrate donuts, especially David and. Oh, and the contact as David hits Jaeger, and that's gonna be a penalty for David. See ya.
Get
Bye
some
bye.
clips of that. Yeah.
GG's. That
All
was
right.
incredible
Yeah.
season. It was incredible season one. I've been here since 2 rounds only, but still incredible season one, and hopefully the season two will be as good and as thrilling as this one was. In the commentary booth tonight, it was A350 fan, and see you next time as EDRS goes back to season two. We don't know when, but maybe it'll happen. Goodbye.
All right.
Man, wait, that was actually a better race. That was a fun race, especially all of those contacts.